Here is a question for you. When people talk about batteries, they talk about market share. They talk about price wars. They talk about who is shipping the most gigawatt hours. But battery technology is not that simple. Inside the battery industry, there is a fundamental divide. Some batteries are designed for cost and mass adoption. Other batteries are designed for higher energy density, stronger power output, and performance in demanding environments. And that divide is exactly where one company has built one of the deepest technology moats in the world. Today, I want to introduce you to LG Energy Solution. LG Energy Solution is listed on the Korean Stock Exchange under ticker 373220. Many foreign investors know Korea for semiconductors, shipbuilding, and automobiles. But Korea is also one of the world's most critical battery nations. And LG Energy Solution is at the center of that story. The company was spun off from LG Chem in 2020. But its battery history goes back over 30 years. LG began lithium-ion battery research in the early 1990s. That was long before batteries became a strategic industry. That history matters enormously. Battery manufacturing is not simple assembly. It is chemistry. It is materials science. It is electrode coating, electrolyte control, thermal management, and precision process engineering. All of this combines into one complex industrial system. And accumulated know-how in that system cannot be shortcut. It cannot be purchased overnight. It must be built through decades of real engineering work. Now let me explain the chemistry divide that defines this industry. The battery world today moves in two directions. The first is LFP, lithium iron phosphate. Lower cost, thermally stable. Well suited for mass-market electric vehicles and large-scale stationary energy storage. The second is NCM, nickel cobalt manganese. Higher energy density, stronger power output. Better performance across demanding environments and applications. In NCM battery technology, LG Energy Solution is the undisputed global leader. This distinction is not a minor detail. High energy density is not optional for a long-range premium electric vehicle. It is not optional for a humanoid robot that must carry its own power source while performing physical work. It is not optional for aerospace and advanced mobility platforms. These are the markets where NCM chemistry wins. And LG Energy Solution has spent 3 decades building the manufacturing capability to produce it reliably and safely at commercial scale. One number tells you how deep this technical foundation truly goes. LG Energy Solution holds more than 90,000 battery-related patents worldwide. That is the largest patent portfolio of any battery company on Earth. The industry widely recognizes that it is virtually impossible to manufacture batteries at commercial scale without touching an LG Energy Solution patent. In the third quarter of 2025, the company spent nearly 1 trillion Korean won on research and development in a single quarter. That was close to 6% of quarterly revenue. And in that same period, the company won its 3rd consecutive patent infringement case against a foreign competitor. This is a company that treats its technology as a moat. And it defends that moat aggressively. Now let me explain where the growth story is expanding. Electric vehicles remain important. But the next demand wave is much broader. The first new area is energy storage for AI data centers. Every large-scale data center needs reliable stationary power. Batteries stabilize the grid connection, manage peak demand, and provide backup capacity when the grid fluctuates. This demand grows structurally with every new data center built. It does not depend on consumer sentiment. It does not depend on government subsidies for electric vehicles. It is driven by the relentless expansion of artificial intelligence infrastructure worldwide. The second new area is robotics. As humanoid robots move from research laboratories into real industrial environments, their batteries must deliver high energy density, fast charge capability, thermal stability, and long cycle life inside compact form factors. This is precisely where NCM chemistry outperforms LFP. A humanoid robot cannot carry an oversized battery pack. It needs energy density. It needs safety. It needs reliable power under continuous motion and repeated load cycles. LG Energy Solution does not need to manufacture robots to benefit from this transition. It supplies the energy storage layer that makes physical intelligence possible. Now for the investment side. And I will be completely direct. The technology is real. The NCM leadership is real. The patent moat is one of the most defensible I have analyzed in any industry. But the current earnings picture requires patience. The company has gone through 2 consecutive years of net losses. Free cash flow remains under pressure from heavy capital expenditure. The first meaningful earnings recovery is projected for 2027. At the current price of 430,000 Korean won, the market is asking you to pay in advance for a turnaround that has not yet been confirmed in the financials. My framework is clear. When a clean PEG calculation cannot be established due to negative earnings, 30 years of chemistry, more than 90,000 patents, world-class NCM capability, growing structural exposure to AI data centers and the coming robotics era, LG Energy Solution has the technology. Now it must prove the economics. Until then, patience is not fear. Patience is engineering discipline. Thanks for watching.